studied, and one day I looked at the lines that went tick, 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 and all of a sudden, what? Going tick, tick, tick. Going tick, tick, tick. Why? It's a really satisfying sound, which brings me a lot of joy. I just go tick, tick, tick.
You know what I love?
What?
Tick-tock.
Tick-tock. Why?
I just love scrolling down my For You page every single day. Oh, so addicting. To be honest, this is more addicting than all my drugs.
You know what I love?
What?
What?
Drugs. Why?
I mean, honestly, after my pharmaceutical gave me a drug for sleeping, I was honestly.
You know what I love? What? Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Why? Because whenever I get tired, I just go and I just go down. I never nap.
You know what I love?
What?
Naps.
Naps. Why?
Because I have a very long day ahead of me every single day, and I'm sorry, I just can't get through it without getting a little bit drowsy and a little bit tired. I just need to go home.
You know what I love? What? The word can't. Why? Can't do anything. And everyone says, don't say can't. Be positive. What if I don't want to be positive? What if I want to be negative? What if I want to say can't and don't and won't and all of those negative words? I can't take it anymore. I can't. Do you know what I love? What? Being positive. Being positive. Why? Because when you're positive, you get all the work done. Oh yeah. Positive and negative numbers, those don't worry out.
You know what I love?
What?
Being negative.
Being negative. Why?
Well, when you're being negative, well, there's also some good and some bad. And when there's a good and a bad, then there is perfection, there is equality, there's liquidity. So I do prefer more negative. Without good, there's only bad, which I don't like that.
You know what I love?
What?
Perfection.
Perfection. Why?
Because perfection comes in many forms. Maybe it's acing a math test, or getting into your dream school, or finally being able to see everyone after a long pandemic and having like an in-person improv show or something like that.
That is perfection. So sorry to the folks online. I was so excited I forgot to unmute the computer. No, they heard you guys. They just didn't hear. I came up like this before. You saw me in the camera. You heard nothing. You couldn't even see my mouth to see that I was speaking to you. I was speaking directly to you. I'm so sorry you missed it. Can't say it anymore. Okay, so this next activity, I'm gonna want four, please, pan right. So this is a traditional activity that we actually haven't done at all this year in person. We'll see what happens. We have done it online. So they actually don't know how to do this in person. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand in a box, okay? 2 of you upstage, 2 of you downstage. Yeah, yes, okay. Good. Nikki's in what's called the hot spot. So the downstage right corner is the hot spot. And so every one of them is going to be given a word by you. So this is your chance, folks at home. If you want to suggest a word, you can just drop it in the chat box. They're each going to get a word, and the scenes will be 4 separate scenes. This one will be between Grace and Nikki. And then when I say pan right, whoa, you're all going to rotate clockwise. 1 rotation. So go. Yes, they're catching on so quickly. And so now the scene will be between Ermoon and Grace, but now the scene is about Grace's word. It's focused on Grace's word. And when I say pan left, yes, I didn't even have to explain it first. We will pick up Grace and Nikki's scene, the same scene. They'll pick it up where they left it off, and it will be about Nikki's word again, the word that Nikki's suggestion. So, all right, I'm gonna go here. Scrabble is Nikki's word. Bamboozled, hold on, Amelia is chatting. How is this possible? Someone has signed it under your, either that or you're on your phone, like suggesting things. Okay, bamboozled is gonna be Phoebe's word. Let's go from you. Two more words. Simon.
Peppercorn.
Peppercorn is going to be Ermoon's word. So we have Scrabble, bamboozled, peppercorn, and yes, music. Say that your word.
Scrabble.
Bamboozle.
Peppercorn.
Music.
All right, excellent. Got it? Good. Pen right. Pen left. Begin.
Hello, welcome to Family Scrabble Night. I know I'm just your dad, but I like to make a little game out of it. So let's go. Alrighty. Honey, put your phone away. No need for texting. Honey, we've had this talk before. This is a time where we get to have a little father-daughter time. You know, I know that you spend weekdays with your mom, but you know, the weekends are us time. So let's have a little fun and do some Scrabble.
Pen right.
All right, so you're gonna take the violin,
Yeah?
place it in your neck, and you're just gonna really rock it out really smoothly. Robbie, honey, you're just gonna take the chord, the violin thingy, and you're just gonna go back and make beautiful music, okay, honey?
All right. So I just go up and down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pen right.
Hello, mistress. Would you like some peppercorn? Complimentary to the chef.
I would indeed, that would be lovely.
Oh, yes, lovely. Oh, just a quick question though. Are you rich?
You could say so.
What is your well? How much?
I could pay. That sounds like a very private question, but if you're asking if I could pay for a good peppercorn, I could indeed.
Truly?
Yes.
All right then.
Pen right.
Excuse me, these directions have me rather bamboozled. You know where I should go?
I do. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a just like that. There you go. So you're gonna take a left here, okay? That's good. Yeah.
Left?
Nope, yeah, on the left. There we go. So you're gonna take a left, and then what you're gonna go. There we go. So after you take the left, oh gosh darn, how does it go again? All right, you're gonna go
I'm
left.
trying to get to the doctor's office, you see.
Are you ill?
Not particularly. Sometimes people just go to the doctor.
Pen right.
Dad, I need to look at the Wikipedia page and all the words.
Oh, you know the rules. You can't have the Wikipedia page open, okay? This is really important to me. So please put the phone away and let's play some Scrabble, honey.
Dad, did you take your meds today?
No!
Okay.
Pen right.
Okay, so you're just gonna take the chord, Robbie, and really gracefully just. I believe in you, honey. Okay, you got it. All right, Robbie, your mother asked me to teach you how to play the violin for your chorus concert. So you're just gonna take your arm up and gentle.
Oh, okay. I got it. Thank you.
Pen right.
Apologies for the wait, man. Here's the peppercorn.
Oh, good. That's what I like to see here. Mind if I taste it?
You can afford it?
I already told you that I could.
Do you know how much this single piece of peppercorn costs?
Under 5 million. It's just my yearly checkup.
You're positive that you don't have any illnesses. I really can't get ill.
I don't think so. Although my brother did have COVID the other day.
I haven't gotten my second shot yet, so only half-vaxxed.
That kind of sucks.
Pen right.
So how do you even spell?
You take one Scrabble piece, then another, and it makes words. Please, honey, just let me have this one thing.
Okay. Wait, what?
You see the board, you got your little pieces. You make a word. If you got the triple word, bababooey. You got a big number, all right? You got big points.
Bababooey.
Bababooey, that's, you're getting it all. We're bonding.
Okay. Bababooey.
How did you know that word? I've never seen that many points in a single round in my entire life. You're gifted. You're gifted.
Oh. Does this mean I don't need Wikipedia anymore?
You graduated from Wikipedia. You're going to nationals.
Yay! Okay. Can we have a volunteer who's willing to stand on stage, please? And speak. Delilah, thank you. Delilah, you're just gonna stand over here, one, please. Great, thank you. So Delilah is, well, Jack's just gonna have a conversation with Delilah. So Delilah, you're just gonna need to speak up. I'm not worried about that with you, but you'll need to speak up. Jack will have a conversation with you, and then Delilah will be dismissed from the stage, and Jack will have Delilah's dream tonight after this conversation is over. Go for it. What's up, Delilah?
Not much. Just watched an improv show. What's up with you?
That was the whole improv show. Yeah. How's school going? Are you ramping up to the end of the year?
Yeah, man. We got like what, less than 2 months, right?
Well, you do. I'm a senior, so I know. I only have 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I've got some big projects too. But you know what? I think I can power through.
Are there any specific projects that you're like really nervous about?
Yeah, we're doing this one in history class. I'm comparing the industrializations of Britain and China. And so I found some primary sources this weekend.
Who's your teacher?
Mr. Milcrease.
Mr. Milcrease?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any big plans for after school ends, like what you want to do this summer?
I believe I'm going to work at a gourmet cheese shop.
Ooh, a gourmet cheese shop, like in Brooklyn or like in Boston?
No, like in Hingham.
In Hingham. Well,
Yeah.
that's. How, do you have a license or a permit? Are you driving there or somebody else driving you there?
No, well, we live in Hull, so I don't have a permit yet. I'm taking driver's ed, but my mom told me.
Okay. And what drew you to want to work at a gourmet cheese shop in Hingham?
Well, my family's really passionate about cheese. We bought our own raclette melter, so we can have raclette cheese whenever we like. We try all different kinds, and we do little samples. One of my favorites is the creamy goat cheese with lavender and fennel. It's really good. And I've just known the owner since they opened in 2009, so it's a place.
All right. And do you think in the future you want to go into the cheese business?
You know, I think I might.
And finally, what if you had to call it anything, what would it be?
What would be?
What would the cheese shop be?
Oh. That's who got the cheese?
Who got the cheese? The gourmet cheese shop. Thank you, Delilah. Just had my gourmet cheese. Now I can finally go to sleep.
Hey, Delilah, do wake up. We have to go to the railroad, the industrialized railroad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have overslept. Is there anything I can bring? I can bring my notebook.
No, you don't need that. There, we're making our own stuff in Britain. Come on, Delilah. We're here at the railroad. Delilah.
Oh, please don't run over my gourmet cheese.
Oh, that's Jimmy the cheese man.
This is gourmet cheese. Please do not run over my gourmet cheese.
I didn't know an industrial Britain trains can go backwards.
We've industrialized quite a bit, quite faster than China.
Delilah would like my gourmet cheese.
Yes. Oh, creamy fennel, my favorite.
Delilah!
Hi, Dad.
Do you recognize this by any chance? It's your charcuterie board and it's trash! It's really, really bad. Did you think mixing the brie with the American cheese was gonna pass in our household?
Dad, I don't learn. Dad, maybe here I'll try again, just for you, and you can bring it back to Mom and the rest of the
You
family.
really think you could be like my cheese? You know that my cheese is more gourmet than your cheese.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you, but I was wondering if I smelled cheese.
Well, yes, I have cheese, and it's better than a lot of cheese. Who's got the cheese, anyways?
I represent a national cheese organization called WITS, and this is the best cheese board I think I've ever seen in my life.
Really? I mean,
It's so good at curing my heart disease.
Yes, of course. That's the beauty of my cheese. No, don't get there
I
right
want the Lila's cheese.
yeah.
Delilah.
You heard the man.
Wow.
Who wants Delilah's cheese now?
I want to give you your own cheese gourmet shop, and you can call it whatever you want.
Whatever I want. So cheesy? No. Cheese-alicious? That doesn't feel.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Who cut the cheese?
Who cut the cheese? The Gourmet Cheese Shop, sponsored by Ritz. I think that's just it, and I'll go right now to buy the lamb.
Run, Delilah, run home as fast as you can.
You're interested in my land?
Yes, I'd like to buy a restaurant and call it Who Cut the Cheese, the Gourmet Cheese Shop, sponsored by.
This is Hingham.
Oh.
We don't sell land in Hingham. But I suppose if you could write a really good report on the industrialization of Britain and China, and how those industrial revolutions coincided with each other.
Yeah, my teacher, Mr. Milchrist, he told me everything about
Sorry, what is this cheese shop?
Oh, well, it's Who Cut the Cheese, the Gourmet Cheese Shop, sponsored by Ritz.
That won't go here in Hingham.
Who Cut the Cheese?
Yeah, Delilah. As your teacher, Mr. Milker, I'm not very proud of the cheese, nor am I proud of your paper. Industrialization of China and Britain. How is this grammar? You didn't cite your sources.
I'm sorry, Mr. Milker. I guess I've been saying your name wrong all year, and I guess I've got my.
Do you know why my name is Mr. Milker? Do you know how cheese is made?
You milk.
I'm actually a cow. I'm part of a whole herd of cows.
Mr. Milker, please don't.
Now, Delilah, milk me for your cheese. Delilah, milk me for your cheese.
Thank you so much for reminding me of my part, Delilah. But I had a friend who cut the guy. If you would mind just open it in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't take any longer. It's a raclette machine.
A raclette machine.
You don't have one of those, right? Because I know you're so into cheese, and let me tell you, this is the best thing cheese can get to. It's the pinnacle of cheese.
Yeah. Of course, I
I do it every day, right? And your
Yeah.
parents will be happy too. And I spent a lot of money on it. You see, it was $257, and that was actually an Australian dollar.
I'll just I don't have
Is that your pantry? You mind if I take a peek? I'm a big fan.
yeah, I just have some other cheese stuff.
A raclette machine!
I'm sorry, Stacy.
I don't think our friendship can recover from this, but maybe you send me some cheese.
Some cheese? You could come work for me at Who Cuts the Cheese, the Gourmet Cheese Shop,
Think about
sponsored.
it.
Nope, you didn't get me the paper. No gourmet cheese
Please.
shop, not here in Hingham, it will not fly. Try home.
No,
I'm calling off the deal.
no, please.
That's not fun.
I had the most strange dream. My
cheese shop got ran over by a train. Oh. Hopefully, Delilah, you do not experience having to milk Yundler tonight during your dream. That would be really. Hold on. Oh, I just got notice online that we just got pulled down by the FCC. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right. So every show we do an activity that they've never done before. So in this show, that might happen a little bit more often than in most shows because there are a bunch of things that we have only done online and not in person. So, but this one, they haven't done online or in person. And this is called, I don't even know what the heck it's called. But I'll explain it. So take these, please, and just spread them out in front of the line, please. I'll need 3 for this one. And just spread them out in front of the lines, in front of the lines of people. In front of the lines of you all. Awesome, great. So the way that this works is I will say ding. There'll be these 3 folks, Ermoon, Amelia, and Grace will be presenting a scene, and folks, I'm gonna get folks at home, I'm gonna get suggestions from you for this. Please populate the chat with suggestions of a situation that these 3 characters may find themselves in. So I'm gonna get that from you at home. The other suggestions came from you who filled out the sheets with lines written on them. What's gonna happen is when you're gonna be participating in the scene, presenting the scene, when I say ding, one of you is gonna go pick up a piece of paper and read the line, and that's the next line of the scene. And then you all need to make it make sense, right? And when I say ding again, another of you will pick up a piece of paper, and then ding again, another of you will pick up a piece of paper, yes? So you can speak words, whatever words that you want, until I say ding, somebody picks up a piece of paper, and that's the next line of the scene, yeah? Awesome, questions? No? Yeah, remove.
Let's pick up the paper. If you say anything else, just remain quiet.
Grab that and say that line.
And that's it.
And then re-involve yourself in the scene. Yeah? And it's everyone's job to make it make sense. Okay? Yeah, Will.
So, like, is it just like the fastest one to pick up the piece of paper?
They'll rotate. Someone will start and then they'll rotate it out. All right? Good? Awesome. Thank you. Suggestions. Oh my goodness, it's awesome. Sorry, I'm kind of finding myself here looking at and then being off camera. So Nat, good to see you. Simon, of course, is in the house. I see Noam. So we've got some alums here in the house and watching online. This is awesome. A stapler is a power tool. A stapler is a power tool. That's the situation. All right, begin.
Excuse me, lads. Do you have more stapler ammo?
What do you say?
The stapler ammo. You know, the black thing that.
You calling about stapler?
Yes.
Yeah. We don't take that around here. We're tough guys. Yeah, Willie.
Ding.
Suck it. No, you suck it. Such it.
Are you okay? You don't sound okay.
Well, after you horrendously insulted me, my masculinity, I am quite mentally unstable. Unstable.
Sounds like you got a bit of toxic masculinity there, man. Yeah, bro. Got a little bit toxic masculinity. But it's okay. Yeah, we've been there. We've been all bros here. Dragon? Yes, dragon. What in the wee
she's the company of your stapler gun?
The stapler gun, not a dragon. It's a power tool.
Why, yes, stapler's also a power tool, yeah?
But part of my understanding about my theory of masculinity is understanding that this power tool is more than a power tool. It's a dragon, and it's also a hawk, and it's something that we can use to create beautiful things.
Ding.
I think we are going to need a bigger boat. You're right. These stapler guns just aren't enough. I agree.
Yeah.
Ding.
Here's Johnny.
Johnny's coming. Our boss.
Yes.
Wait, we're not even halfway done with the boat. You know, this is all your fault. If you hadn't distracted us with your talks of having a fragile ego, we wouldn't be here in this mess. Yeah.
All right. I see what you mean. All right, fine. I'll stay in my own corner here.
You're
Doing stuff.
Whose rabbit is that? You brought your rabbit, so what? I can't believe this.
I didn't realize Mr. Whiskers were here. I'm sorry.
As you mess up my work, Johnny is coming, and you brought your freaking rabbit to a stapler gun working place.
Come on, stay cute. Bring up the mood.
Are ye trying to kill the rabbit? He's trying to kill the rabbit and get us killed.
I'm not that much of an idiot, folks.
Really?
Yes.
It just seems like it. Yeah. How dare you?
You guys speak Chinese?
It's one of our many skills. One of our many skills. Yeah. You know what? I think that you should stop working here.
What?
Yeah, I don't think I have the dignity, bro, to help this type that machine gun. You clearly don't know how to operate the machinery. You bring a rabbit. Who brings a rabbit? And Johnny the boss is gonna come down here right moment and yell at all of us.
Well, he's bringing up the food. Come on. He's somewhere over there.
Oh, no, you have to take the rabbit away. The rabbit's gonna get hurt.
It's fine. See, it plays with stapler. Watch.
Oh my God, you killed Mr. Winstein.
Technically, it killed itself.
What? That's mad than the highest treason, bro.
It's itself. How is it my fault?
Oh my God. Get out of here. Go! Go!
Awesome. So a little explanation of what we do in class. So we start the year doing ensemble building, things of that nature, some really basic kind of foundational, fundamental scene work, and then scene starters, and kind of the big thing is about like what gifts can we give to each other, right? In the form of ideas, right? So we're all about giving gifts and accepting those gifts and doing the most clever thing that we can with those gifts. And then we start to turn those into longer scenes, but they're called, in the improv world, it's called short form exercises or activities, which are basic scenes where the performers are given kind of ridiculous obstacles, right? Either in the form of a suggestion or in the form of the structure of the activity. And then about halfway through the year, about a third of the way through the year, we transition, pardon me, to kind of what we call mid-form work, which Dream is an example of kind of the mid-form work. That's an example of short form, where the ideas are moving pretty quickly, the scenes are shorter. Dream, a little bit longer format, 7-ish minutes, 8 minutes. There's a host of those activities. And then we move into long form, and long form is more along the lines of 15 to 25-minute sustained storytelling. And that's what we're gonna show you right now, actually, is one of those. This is a really difficult activity, so we're gonna do a Harold. And so I'm going to explain this activity, and I'll try and explain it quickly and clearly. But the way that it works is there's going to be an opening for the herald, an opening, and the opening is going to take the form of a scored monologue. And the opening is just about tossing up ideas, right? It's about idea generation. And then you're going to see 3 stories being told, but they get told in a fairly complicated way. So you're going to see story 1A, what we call storytelling level A. So you're going to see story 1A, then you're going to see story 2A, then you're going to see story 3A. And then after 3A happens, after we're introduced, get the exposition of that 3rd story, we go back to story 1. So we get story 1B, story 2B, story 3B. So the stories of each of those three stories are continuing them until we get to kind of just about the climactic moment of the scene. And then it transitions out, and we have this ridiculous thing called a game break. It's like an intermission, right? In the middle of an improv activity. It's weird, it'll happen, they sing a song. And then after the game break, we go back to story 1C and see the climactic moment. So storytelling level C is the climax of each of these stories. So 1C, 2C, 3C, and then there's a closing. It could come back to the scored monologue. It could be a scene that incorporates different characters from each of the stories, if that makes sense. It's really open-ended and frustrating for them when they're like, hey, what do we do here? And I say, oh, it's kind of up to you. So we'll see. It's open-ended with a really kind of clear structure. Let's see what happens. Let's go here. I'm gonna take a couple of suggestions from a chat box and here. Themes. So like despair or love. Themes. Yeah. Revenge. Yes. Being lost. Hold on. Indecision from home. Horror. Home. Good. Yes. Forgetful. Yes. Insatiable hunger. 2 more. Red shirt and then back. Homesickness. Narcolepsy. The theme of this herald is feeling lost. Feeling lost. Scored 3 out for the scored monologue.
It was a dark and stormy night, and I was making my way through the woods to my father's house. He was a lumberjack himself, and he summoned me to his cabin in the woods. And so I was slowly walking through the forest when I heard a crackle in the branches. And I turned to my right, and a wolf jumped out. And I stood back and I said, Wolf, please don't kill me now. I'm on my way to my father's house, the lumberjack. Except he wasn't a wolf. For when the wolf stood up on its hind legs, it shed its fur and out came my mother. And my mother said to me, son, your father, he's not feeling well. And I looked with her into her eyes, and I knew that look, the same look that when my brother ran away, she killed my father! And I was going to get revenge, all right. If it was the last thing I did.
Woo! Mr. Andrews, sir, I reckon we've lost our trail after all.
Sure.
I've consulted the compass, I've consulted the map. I mean, not every gosh darn place in Oregon is mapped by now. It's only 1885.
I know, but that gold.
Oh, yes, that gold, Mr. Andrews. Oh, yes, that gold.
I'm never smart enough.
Listen, when you pay for our services, you get what you pay for. You only paid $7.53, I remember. I have the records right here.
That's a lot of money. It we need you to move
I was
faster.
also counting on the children to make it through the first 5 days.
Did they?
No.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Dysentery, drowning, that one was surprising, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think you heard that crash in my day.
Taken by a bird of prey? You know, I never saw that one coming, I'll tell you that.
That happened?
And your own daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Wolf! Still no news on the whereabouts of the wolf costume that was in the costume shop last night.
That's rather tricky. I don't know where it went.
Could have been any one of us. I mean, everyone wore that wolf costume.
It was pretty beautiful, wasn't it?
It was. I stitched it myself, you know. My old
Yeah.
lady left me because of it. But
It was your Halloween costume a long time ago, wasn't it?
it was. I wore it, and I was the scariest boy at the party. I tell you what.
Quite valuable, some might say.
It's quite valuable. You could even get away with murder if you wore it. No one could even tell it was you. They would think you were an actual wolf.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get away with murder.
Not that I want to kill someone, of course. I mean,
No,
but
no,
I'm
me
afraid
neither.
severely.
Definitely no, not at all.
Anyway,
Do you,
I think we should go track down whoever stole that wolf costume, don't you think?
yeah, it's not here at all.
You sure?
Yeah. So let's go somewhere else.
All
instead
right.
of here.
All right, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Whoosh! All right, class. Let's hiking through the woods. You know, nice field trip. Who's excited?
I'm excited.
I love the woods. All right. So we're not lost, guys. We're not lost.
yeah, I mean, we just passed that rock again, I think.
Yeah, of course. You see, guys. Rocks have three types. There's the sedimentary, the marble, the granite. Igneous. That's right. See, walking around the woods is all about the learning experience.
I don't think Mr. Green knows what he's talking about. I don't think he does either.
Don't talk to him like that. No.
Guys, he can't hear us. He's too hollow brained. Don't worry. He's too old. His ears don't work. Yeah, she's really stupid. Not like us, though.
So there's also lying stuff?
I mean, what if we just could we?
So,
Leave Mr. Green.
and these are the branches, and there's.
Oh my God, you just like him because he likes rocks and you like rocks. So weird.
Where did my students go?
Theoretically, we just.
Oh no, I'm gonna get fired. Whoosh! Well, Mr. Andrews, as we finish our last can of baked beans, I thought it would be time for something more efficient. You don't mind?
Well, okay. I've got my little son here.
Oh, he's a rod.
Yeah, and
What's a little malnourished?
since you guys are a little, hollow brained, now go. Maybe he can help you. Hi.
Is he a prospector?
He's 8.
Can he navigate a trail?
Yeah.
Can he build a fire? Can he fight off some Indians? I can't be.
Yeah. Well, I think most of it.
Listen, you're putting me in a tough situation here, and if you don't mind, I'll bring in some of my boys. Mr. Andrews, this is Mr. Johnson. He's my deputy, or one of my associates in this business.
Hello, sir.
Got it.
Hi.
And, you can shake it. Well, seeing as the money's running low and the food's running low, I mean, that was our last can of baked beans.
Yes, sir. Gonna have to get some more baked beans here.
Well, that's only part of the problem, you see. We're lost. I don't know how else to tell you that, and that's partly Mr. Johnson's fault here because he doesn't know how to read a map.
I thought it said Weast.
Weast. I like that. Weast. It
Waste.
sounds yummy.
All right. So now that he's gone. No, I thought you were gone.
Is he peeing?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Why would you let him into our house?
It's close to the bathroom, right? Like, almost.
That's
It's
the-
down the hall. It's in the right hall.
It's the kitchen sink, honey.
They're kind of similar.
Okay, fine.
I think my thing's stuck in the zipper.
Wow, great. That sounds like a problem, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like kind of a problem. I think the paint is really bad.
Sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm Jeremiah.
He's not here for any real reason at all.
I mean, I live here. We're not gonna state that. I mean, I did live here, but she kicked me out.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hey, can you call someone? Cause my thing, it really hurts, man.
Yeah,
I can lose it over this.
You brought me here for this. I thought we were looking for the damn wolf costume. I had a wolf costume somewhere.
Hey, did you say something about a wolf costume?
No!
I'm actually even looking for that.
No. You choose this thing bad over me.
They said, Deputy Dongle, if you don't find that wolf costume, we're not gonna let you retire.
What?
Hello? Guys, I think I don't want to lose.
I'll be the most beautiful lady I've ever met.
My name's Victoria.
Guys, he's hallucinating. He is hallucinating. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
I have no idea where I was, but now I'm in the most magical place ever.
You need to relax, Mr. Teacher.
Guys, I told you his brain was hollow.
He likes rocks. I mean, doesn't that have something to it?
Yes.
Sedimentary.
All right, everyone. We're doing a thing called the game break. We're gonna take a little bit of a break from the scenes you just saw, and we're gonna do a new activity. I should be talking to these people too. Hello at home. This game, you're already straight line, but do you want to come more forward? I should stay here. This game is the straight line activity, and it's called Things You Don't Hear. So for a starter, can I get a non-specific geographical location? You can. A bunch. Here. You got a bunch. Oh, I got a bunch. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Things you don't hear under the bed.
Oh boy, there's so much space down here.
All right, so what did you get for number 2?
Billy, it's your monster!
Surprise, kid! It's your Uncle Joey. You know, I wish Dad would have let me have my own bed.
Things you don't hear in the basement of a high school.
It smells so great in here. Guys, look at all the adorable little rats. They're so friendly and totally not 6 feet long. This is my favorite place to take a standardized test. I told you it's not haunted.
Things you don't hear at the barber shop.
So, I hear people say all the time, like, how can a blind man be a hairstylist? And I say the same thing all the time. Because I can't.
Oh my God, I love my haircut!
Wait. You didn't like your haircut?
Want a sample? Oh, please, you can totally pull off bangs.
Oh, thanks.
Whoops. Well, congratulations, sir. You're now a girl.
See, I went to take a really geometry approach to the hair. So you just kind of like cut in random lines trying to make triangles.
Things you don't hear at the laundromat.
Wow, it's so fun and quiet down here.
Is it okay if I pay with Bitcoin?
Perfect. All my socks are still here.
You know, I have all the quarters
And finally, things you don't hear at the opera house.
That was the most entertaining thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I love the opera.
Oh, baby.
I think I'm gonna need some time to cool off after that. I have never been more awake in my whole life.
Yeah!
Well, ma'am, it's been a few days, and I'm a lot hungrier than I was last time. I've been inclined to actually consider your proposal and I accept it. So, congratulations, your son is now my apprentice. If you wouldn't mind talking to Mr. Johnson here, I would like to go over some basics with your son.
Mom, don't leave me.
Come with me, young man. Let me ask you a few questions. Have you have any experience with outdoors? Are you outdoorsy kind of kid?
I ate a lot of dirt as a kid.
Oh wow, well that's gonna get you far these days. Hey, listen, you like rocks?
Yeah.
You wanna look a little closer at that one?
Well, it's gotta be one of the three. Marble. Igneous.
Boy, am I hungry.
Okay, so he said that you can get away with murdering somebody in this costume.
Well, if we get the costume, then that means we can kill him.
Dad, Mom, check out my new werewolf costume.
God, is that your son? Son?
Yeah?
Why is that costume on you?
Oh, I found it somewhere around
Take a
here.
look at that costume.
Wait, Dad, who's that guy?
Why don't you
You want to be
explain?
my son?
Looky here, mister. We're going to have a little bit of a problem. This is my family, and you're coming into my house putting your thing in my sink. And making a mess of the whole kitchen.
I'm so sorry. Would you like me to put it on your table?
No, please.
We're good, thanks.
Don't.
Look, if you could just point me to the wolf costume, that's all I need.
Just don't worry about it, darling.
Okay.
Let me take a look at that costume.
It looks sort of similar to the one you have, maybe. But we got it at Halloween.
Exactly like the one.
Okay, quick family meeting.
Oh, well, I guess I can just...
Okay, son, you need to get him that wolf costume so we can get him out of our house.
Why don't we just kick him out? He's in our damn house.
Or you can just kill us.
I think I like that idea.
Go for it, son.
Are you
What?
saying
Wait,
kill
just
the
go get it, go get it.
wolf? You can't use... You say, you want to be my son? Come on, it'll be fun. Because I can't have children anymore for this.
So I was saying, there's igneous,
Oh, maybe you have a
Granite.
Maybe you have a boy. Feel bad.
Gotta save him.
I think we need to go the other way.
Go fast asleep on this nice marble rock.
He's falling over unexpectedly.
limestone.
Guys, I have just the thing for this. Earlier, I skinned a wolf alive, and I have this. It's pelt. Here. So do we lay him on the pelt? His biggest fear is wolves. We can wake him up with his biggest fear.
If someone puts it on, that wolf costume would be so crazy.
Okay,
It would
1,
look
2,
like
3,
a
not
wolf.
it. Not it.
No.
You do it from. Oh, what? I'm not a furry. Oh, all right.
My students.
I don't think it worked.
Hi, Mr. Green.
So there's limestone.
He's back. He's back.
Whoosh!
And so, with my mom right in my grasp, I looked around for some kind of weapon, and I found the most magnificent rock. It was marble, yes! And I took up a nice boulder of marble, although it had some red stains on it. I'm not sure if somebody died. It smelled.
and I hit my mom right over the head. Ouch! She fell to the ground, ever so gently. It was a gentle stop, and I came down on one knee. I said, not this time, Mom. This forest is mine and my father's. And all the kids in the world are going to be able to come here and enjoy their rocks and enjoy this forest because it's everyone's forest.
Yeah, all right, not too shabby. That's pretty hard stuff. Good job. So we're gonna have them switch gears, which is also not easy to do. And we're gonna go back to some short form stuff for our last couple of activities. And this one is one that they haven't ever done before either. So that'll be good. 2, please, for first line, last line. Great, okay. We're finding it out. Eric and Niobe, excellent. Who is going to be the person that starts the scene? Who's going to be the person that starts the scene? Excellent. So Niobe will start the scene. So I will have her choose from one of these slips of paper that you made the suggestion on, and a line that could start a scene. So I'm going to give this slip of paper to Niobe. Niobe's going to leave the room. And then I'm going to have Eric choose from the slips of paper that say lines that could end a scene. Eric is going to share which line is the last line of the scene. The only person that doesn't know what the last line of the scene is Niobe, right? And so Niobe's going to come in with this first line, and not knowing where the scene needs to go, Eric is going to help guide her there. Questions? No? Awesome. So what I would like from the folks at home is a genre that this scene is going to be played out in. So film, television genre to be played out in. While you're populating the chat with those, Niobe, you're going to come grab a first line. Yes?
Do I have her say the line?
No, you say the line. You just have to guide her there. Okay. So you're delivering the last line. What is that? No, not until you come in. So hit the bricks. Get out into the hall. Awesome. Good. And we're coming to... Oh, Niobe, sorry, before you go, the genre is a telenovela. Suggested by the audience, a telenovela. Excellent. Thank you. All right, Eric, last line. Let's make sure. Is it crude? No? Okay, good. Awesome. All right, telenovela. Eric is going to share the last line with us. Go ahead.
So then we walked off into the sunset.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Okay, awesome, Niobe! A telenovela.
No.
So that's how many cows $12.95 gets you.
I'm not happy about it, but it's enough.
No,
It's one. It's one cow.
One cow. It's one cow. I mean, can you ever do anything right?
I could go to the market and buy a cow. That's enough for our family.
One cow for $12.95. $12.95.
One cow can produce enough milk for 2 people.
Okay, what about our 10 children?
Yeah. I wish you would do more for our family, because sometimes when I look at you, I don't see a mother. I don't see a devoted wife. I see a lazy woman who likes to watch meaningless reality television.
You get one cow. You got one cow. That's all you've done for me in the past 2
His
weeks.
name is Herbert.
Well, in that case, no. I can have him. He's online.
If that would make you happy, but I think that in order for us to have a harmonious life, we have to agree on something for once. And we never agree on anything.
We don't agree. We don't agree because we are both hard-headed. And
I
that's why
guess
I
you could
married
say
you.
that. Well, You know, I've thought about leaving you a few times. I'll be honest.
I have to.
Me specifically, I've thought of leaving.
Okay.
And I've thought of some picturesque moment where I would just close the door and walk away, and you would stay there. Maybe you would even get the cow, but I would be free to go. And you could take care of the 10 children.
Me alone? Yeah, typical. For you, Richard, this is typical. You leave me here. The domestic housewife of the house, doing all the chores, doing all the dishes, doing all the laundry, taking care of the kids, giving them the meals, giving you, wiping your mouth, putting on your
What in my mouth?
after you eat.
You only did that once, and now I can never hear the end of it. It's just this kind of thing that makes me want to just leave, up and leave the house, and not come back.
You know what? Leave.
You really? You can take the cow, maybe.
Yes, I'll take the cow.
A few steaks, maybe if it gets desperate.
Sure.
You know how to milk it? You know how to
Yes, I know how to milk a cow.
squeeze.
Yes, please.
Okay, will you remember his name?
Herbert.
I'm taking the cow. No. I always compromise on everything, and you can have the kids, and I'll have the cow. How about that? I take it back what I said. You can.
I have the 10 kids, and you have the cow.
Yeah.
Typical Richard.
If you want to write it down on paper, I'll do it right now. And then you can't bring it up in court against me. In fact, I actually brought the documents with me. I was prepared for this moment, actually, for quite a while. I'm going to sign right here. You're going to sign right here. All right, excellent. I didn't mean for it to be this dramatic, and I didn't mean for the kids to be watching the whole time, but I guess that's how it always is when you have a 3-room apartment and 10 kids. Whose fault was that again? Anyway, whatever.
And a $12.95 cow.
Yeah, but me and Herbert have a bond, and we're going to leave together.
Okay. Leave.
Well, I guess it is like 6:35 p.m.
Yeah, it's evening.
It's definitely evening. In fact, soon it's going to be nighttime. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you gotta have to put the kids to bed, so.
Well, if you'll allow me a moment here with my audience.
Sure.
So then we walked off into the sunset.
Awesome, thank you. Switching gears again, we're gonna wrap up with a mid-form activity that was longish, mid-longish. It's gonna be our last activity, but it will involve everyone. It's called the round. And it's a series of 2-person scenes. We're gonna start with 2. Will and who? Sammy, come here. We haven't seen you a lot yet tonight. So we're gonna start with Will and Sammy. Sammy is gonna exit the scene. So when it's ready to transition, Sammy's gonna exit the scene. And then we're gonna see a series of 2-person scenes. So all of them will be in 2 scenes. They will be playing the same character in both scenes. And then it's a series of 2-person scenes that comes all the way around back to Sammy's character because she's the first character to exit for the next 2-person scene. So we'll come back to Sammy's character. And our last scene will be involving Sammy's character and whoever is last in the rotations. Awesome, good. So we've got suggestions here. Sammy, you're gonna take a name. All right, what's your name?
Sir Rigby.
Sir Rigby, okay. And Will, you're gonna take an occupation.
TV game show host.
So our first scene is between Sir Rigby and as of yet unnamed television game show host. Begin.
All right, well, I don't know if we can let you on to Family Feud. You see, where's your family?
I didn't know that me not having a family would be a problem when I fly.
What was your plan exactly? Have you watched our show before?
Yes, but I am enough for myself.
Oh,
I am Rigby.
I admire your confidence.
And I'm the other Rigby. My brain, so large. I have the brain of an entire family. There's no need for a family. I am Sir Rigby.
Sir Rigby, well, I admire your confidence, but I don't think that we can allow you unless You know what? Screw it. I'm 2 years from retirement anyway. Yeah. You know what? You will be the first sole contestant against the family.
Sounds good. It was nice doing business with you. Thank you, sir. I will see you.
Whoosh! So I heard you're taking my job as TV game show host.
Well, yeah,
I'm pretty old, I guess.
I love the business so much. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a TV game show
And
host.
you're so young too, you're 28.
My papa said, just be an engineer, son. But, that's how we ended up falling off the roof.
I guess I'm in the wrong generation to be a TV game show host now. I don't understand all those
Don't
questions.
get silly, man. It's 1985.
All right.
There's plenty of stuff to look forward to, okay? Especially when it comes to the ratings for Family Feud.
Hello.
It's your turn to change the channel.
All right. Wow. When I grow up, I want to be that TV game show host.
How are you going to get into TV?
Oh, well, I could apply for a job.
You think that this thing in the future is going to be so big there's an industry?
I think so. And your pop's going to make that happen.
Wow.
Yeah. You have a pretty cool pop, you could say.
I do.
Yeah.
I do have a pretty cool pop getting us the brand new television.
And I'm going to be on that thing every single day.
Wow.
Whoosh! Whoosh!
Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Hush, hush. I know times are hard, and we haven't got very much money. But we'll make do, my sweet child. I wish I had more bread for you. Here. One crumb for right now. One crumb for the morning. Maybe a crumb for me too.
Whoosh! My God, are you the wife of the family feud guy?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can you get him to sign an autograph, actually? I've been watching for many years. I just love the guy.
You see, that might be a little bit hard. We're not actually living together at the moment. I wish I could.
You got divorced?
Not quite. Just, it might happen now.
Okay,
I can give you my autograph instead. I actually always wanted to be a Family Feud host too, but they don't accept women.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give it to you right now.
No, I'm good. I just, okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Whoosh! Oh my God, who's so cute?
Who?
The host of that Family Feud game show. I so wish that I could get his autograph
Oh
someday.
my God, I wish I could bone it. I'll just get his autograph as well.
Oh, wow, I just wanted his autograph. Do you think you could get it for me? You would be my hero.
I totally could. Yeah.
Thank you.
Whoosh! Look, honey, I'm never gonna be the man on TV. I'm just never gonna be the man who hosts Family Feud.
My entire life, all I've ever wanted is to have that Family Feud energy in my life. Just fast money as my lover.
What if I could get that for you? A you and me, Family Feud.
You would do that for me?
If it would get you to stop thinking about the man on the box.
Whoosh!
Yeah, listen, I understand that. Can you describe a little bit more when he said that to you? When she said that you would never be good enough because you weren't the man on TV? Tell me, how did that make you feel?
It's less of a question of how it made me feel and what it didn't make me feel. What it didn't make me feel is loved and respected and valued like any man should.
But would you say that your occupation, like, it didn't make you inferior? Like, do you think you're on the same level as the Family Feud guy?
Are you insulting my work as a plumber in this good city of Minnesota?
I'm sure. I know a lot of great plumbers. I'm personally not a plumber, I'm a therapist, but I know a lot of great
Well, I know that.
And I wasn't
Not a good one.
You know what? This therapy session is over.
You're quitting on me.
Oh,
You're quitting on
I'm
me
more
like
quitting
my
on
wife did.
Yeah, and for good reason. Whoosh!
Another case of the game show blues.
God, let me tell you about it. This chick here, she didn't even know what she was talking about. First, she's talking about, what am I talking about? It was a man. He was such a beta male, I almost thought he was a woman. What can I say?
A beta male? What the hell is that?
Newfangled term.
Here, have a drink.
No,
Let me get my cigarette out of the ashtray. I was thinking about maybe I'd leave the therapeutic business and start a family where we just watch game shows. That's like all we watch. We don't have jobs.
Give me a break. Well, you know what? I respect it because after all, that's the pinnacle of existence, being a host. And if you can't be a host, what's better than to be a contestant, right?
You've gotten me so far into this business. I really can't thank you enough. And it's gotten me so far that their own delusions have gotten me involved. I'm sorry for that.
Whoosh! I don't want to watch the game show anymore, Daddy.
Honey, it's very simple. Your mother and I do nothing else. You do not go to school. You do not have homework, you don't have to read, you don't have to do math problems. All we ask is you just sit in front of the cable box and the television and just watch some good old Family Feud. How does that sound? Sound like a plan?
I'll go outside.
Okay, let's bring the TV outside.
Whoosh!
Sarah! Hey, oh my goodness. Are you finally out? Get off of that house arrest for 5 years watching a sitcom or whatever? I'm like 16 now. I know. You should seriously get out more. But I kind of warmed up to it. I've been feeling these going cool.
Wow. The feud of the families. It's so cool. Well, I know about feuding families.
Anyways, you're missing out on a lot. I don't know. Okay, I think you should respect my decision to I'm gonna try to be on Family Feud. Isn't that amazing? No. Picture me and my family. We're all standing there, pushing the button, ready to answer. It's my dream. It's my family's dream come true. I know I wasn't so good.
Hello, baby girl. Hey, I've never been in the city of Minnesota late at night, but you're really looking cute. You look like a woman with a lot of family feuds. Yeah, but I really like to focus on my education. I'm not really too into TV. Well, you might have seen me on TV on Family Feud, but I knew I was there alone. And after my miserable failure as a solo act on Family Feud, I do need a family to go back and take the crown of Family Feud with. Sir Rigby? That is me. Sir Rigby, you were the only intellectual guy on that show. They don't understand my intellect. Your brain looks so big. You, as a woman with many family feuds, would you be my family To not feud with, but beyond the family feud. I mean, like, if you're asking nicely, yeah. Let's go feud.
We're gonna start from stage right. They're just gonna go down the line and introduce themselves, please.
I'm Maya. Phoebe. Amelia. Sammy. Grace.
Good luck.
Naomi.
Jack, Eric,
Will. Nikki.
give them a hand. And give yourselves a hand. Thank you for joining us tonight. Give the folks on the internet a hand because they're out there watching. So it's customary. It's customary in this last kind of showcase of our particular class. It's customary that we do a special activity with only seniors, with only the seniors, and it's called Bucket Works or Waterworks. And the way that it works is there's a large tub of water on the edge of the stage, and they stick their heads in one of them sticks their head in the tub of water while a scene is going on, and then when they start to run out of breath, they raise their hand, and then somebody comes and leaves the scene, comes tag them, and then they come in soaking wet, and they have to explain why they're soaking wet. It's obviously not going to happen with a singular tub of water. I considered bringing in 8 smaller individualized tubs with their names on them, but that wasn't going to fly this year. But another customary thing is I just like to take a few moments to just share some of my thoughts and experiences about our seniors. We've got 8 of them, I think, this year, right? Juniors, you can have a seat. This takes a little bit, and you think it, how reverential taking a knee. So I'm probably already getting a little emotional because this has been a difficult year, right? We know this has been a difficult year, and these folks up here and the juniors, but our leaders in the class are really our seniors, and they're leaders in the drama society, and they are terrific role models. And they have shown an incredible amount of resilience over the last year plus. And to go over a year without performing in person publicly for performers, for people who like to perform, that's challenging, right? That's really challenging. And so, so kind of generally speaking, I am so proud of them for the work ethic that they have put in and that they have shown. Okay, I'm gonna breathe a little bit. I started out, years ago, I started out making t-shirts and like taking a Sharpie and handwriting t-shirts, and I realized that I kept spelling improvement wrong so often that I was like, damn, Sharpie, I can't undo it. So now I do iron-ons. I only need to spell it once, and because it's on computer, it spell checks, but Improvement always spell checks it wrong. It turns it into Improvement, and that's always a hassle. Okay, anyway, Nikki, come on down, Nikki. So I think I got an email from Nikki last March, April, saying like, hey, I'm new to Brookline. Oh, no, it was like the week after we shut down, right?
Yep.
It's like, I'm new to Brookline. I just came last week, the week before everything shut down. Talking to me about his interest in improv and Needs Improv, and I said, sure, come on and join. It's not typical that you know, we accept folks right into Needs Improvement or Betco that are coming in. But I couldn't be happier that Nikki came and became part of the community. Shoot. Okay. Nikki, as you saw tonight, the effervescence with which Nikki approaches improv and approaches relationships with his peers is it's just special. It's special. And so I feel lucky that we had you for a year, Nikki, and that I had you for a year. And I wish you the best of luck. For those of you out there, or for those of you in here, I got permission to hug from parents, so it's okay. It's okay. I'm vaccinated. I think almost everyone, all of you are too, right? So, all right, awesome. So we start with the order of this. I start with folks who I've had for 1 year, and then go on to multiple years in the class. So Niovi, come on down. Now I've known Niovi for more than 1 year, more than just this year, but I've only had Niovi in class in this 1 year. And I will say that see this right here is this physical positioning is exactly actually how she came into the class. I know you're very like, what is he gonna say? What's he gonna say? But that's exactly how she came into the class. And what you saw on the stage tonight is totally emblematic of the work that she put in to overcome the obstacles, right? Like you saw her like literally like on her back flailing, right? And those choices wouldn't have been made in the beginning of the year. And I really am so proud of the work that you've put in to overcome those insecurities and really kind of put yourself out there for the betterment of the group. So thank you, Neo. I think I've known Maya since you were a freshman, is that right?
Probably.
Don't. Shoot. To watch Maya grow up has been awesome. Absolutely awesome. I think back to when I first actually I think I've known you since you were a freshman, but worked with you in States when you were a sophomore. No, you can't say that.
Oh,
you can't say
it's coming.
It's coming, right? So that was when you were a sophomore, right? And at that point, Mary and I like, oh, who is this kid? She's got something. But what's awesome about Maya is that, yes, she has something. But what's awesome is the graciousness with which you carry yourself and the graciousness with which you operate with all of your peers in the ensemble. You're such a lovely, this outfit tonight is exactly the bright light that Maya is. And I thank you for that. Shoot, I could just keep saying, I love this kid. Phoebe is one of those kids who, again, same thing, it's coming as a sophomore, right? Where in that show, I never would have expected. Okay, so at the end of last year, Phoebe, this is the second year that I've had Phoebe in class. Last year was in Betco. And same thing with Maya, actually. Had Maya last year in Betco as well. And at the end of, right around placement auditions, Phoebe came to me and said, I really want to challenge myself next year. I'm scared to death of improv. I think I'm think it's not going to work out for me, but I want to challenge myself. And that, I think, is an extraordinary, that's just an extraordinary quality, right? To be reflective enough to kind of understand where you need to grow, and to be bold enough and brave enough to be active in challenging yourself to grow. And boy, did it pay off, right? Like I would have, as a sophomore, I never would have expected what we saw here tonight from you. And so pleased to have crossed paths with you, and just really so proud of you. Oh, the shirt, by the way, say Needs Improvement on the front, spelled correctly, and then have their names on their last names on the back, if you're wondering. So now we're at the folks. These last four are folks who've been in the class, this particular class, Needs Improvement, for 2 years. I will keep saying this because it's so true that what you saw from Yundler tonight, I mean, for real, Yundler, like even tonight, and I've been watching your growth through the year. I'm writing about it on your IPRs, right? Like there's that good stuff, but then to like see it all come to fruition in front of an audience, really such a joy to watch your journey and to be a part of your journey over the last 2 years. Really so proud of your growth and development, and your increased willingness to share and open yourself up to us. So thank you. Every once in a while I'll say something and Eric's like, wait, I resent that. And every single thing is true, right? So he may resent it, but it's absolutely true. And so one of the things that I've been so pleased with this year in particular, and this is true for Yundler, Jack, and Amelia, as well as Eric, anyone who does this class twice, there's still so much to learn. Every time I teach it, I'm learning. I feel like this year, something happened over the summer. I don't think I really ever asked you about it, but like something clicked with Eric this past summer in terms of just willingness to engage with scene partners, and willingness to really listen and be supportive there. And man, was it such a pleasant. It was such a pleasant journey to see you go on. And I know that Eric in particular had a difficult time with Zoom and improv, right? Like it's a weird thing. We were making the best of it for sure, but to see you tonight on stage, interacting, giving to the audience, giving to your scene partners, it's awesome to see that journey and that growth. And it's so evident if you saw Eric perform last year, Eric would go on monologues, right? Monologues, and his scene partners would be like, hello, we're here, right? And tonight you saw the fruits of his work this year, which is that willingness to listen, that willingness to support, and it has just made your work blossom. So thank you. So Jack and Amelia are the co-captains this year, and one of the things that when we get ready for the upcoming year, I'm thinking about who's really going to step up to be a role model. And it was kind of a no-brainer, right? This year, coming into this year. I was like, oh, of course it's gonna be Jack, right? Of course it's gonna be Jack. And as much of a no-brainer as it was for me, I still found myself impressed and still found myself just so grateful and thankful for what you bring to the ensemble, what you give as a scene partner, what you give as a role model and mentor. And this experience wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you. And that's it. Thank you. Good night. No, just kidding. Amelia, I think in your 9th grade play, were you Smee?
I was
You were-
Slank. I threw a cat into a curtain.
Right. I remember as a tech director watching that show, and Amelia like stomped around, right? Like she like stomped around stage a lot and was like shouting. She's just shouting, right? And stomping. And what's been so cool is to see not only your growth as a performer, because that's just evident, right? That's evident. You're so much more nuanced, clever, creative, willing to take risks than you were when you stepped foot in class as a junior. It's kind of an amazing thing to watch someone over the course of 2 years grow in this class, and to see how much you've grown is tremendous. And I feel kind of grateful to be a part of your journey in terms of the growth of your confidence and your willingness to put yourself out there. But also, again, as I said with Jack, just a role model that I knew was just had no second thoughts about, but a role model and a leader that for the class, for the group, that I was just constantly impressed, and in kind of how you address the group, how you hold the group, how you push the group, and just an extraordinary pleasure and privilege to have taught you over these last 2 years. All right, I kept it together pretty well. So thank you so much. Junior, stand up, please. Junior, stand up. Removed in the back. Give the whole group a hand, please. And I think 2 weeks from tonight, is it 2 weeks from tonight?
Yes.
2 weeks from tonight, maybe in this room, maybe not in this room, will be the battle, will be the annual Improv Battle, where we invite alumni of the group. Simon, I'm sure Simon's gonna be a part of it. He's here scouting for the alumni right now. The battle is an extraordinary event where alumni of the class come back and we do competitive improv that's scored really kind of subjectively. And so it's just a ton of fun. So that's 2 weeks from tonight at 7 o'clock. Maybe here, maybe just online. We'll let you know. Thank you for coming.